Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello to all students of financial management. A very warm welcome to my first live session for December 24 exams. I am Hussain Qazi, facilitator for the subject FM, AFM, and SBR. So, students, before starting the session, let's set the agenda. Sir, what's the agenda of today's session? First of all, the particular purpose of this first live session is to develop or provide you the exam preparation strategy for your December 24 exam. And covering this aspects of strategy, there are 5 areas we will cover as agenda point for this session. So purpose, exam preparation strategy. Content, the agenda points. Number 1, we will cover schedule and duration of the session. Number 2, the course execution. Number 3, how to kickstart or how to initiate the financial management course. And fourth one, the very important one, how to invest your time. How to invest your time during this 10 weeks. What should be the right strategy to invest your time? Which includes, with this point, we will cover how much total hours required to cover the course, and how should you make strategy to allocate your study hours. And of course, we will also cover with this session that's what is the right approach to study the financial management. Because with this financial management subject, the combination is about theory and calculation. So how to handle the theoretical content, that's also the part of the session. And 5, the last point, your questions, either the technical side of the financial management question, if you have covered any part of the syllabus, or any soft question about the financial management. So let's start with the first point. I'm sorry. Let's start with the first point, that is about schedule and duration. Students, schedule and duration. The first thing is that today is 15th of September. Your exam schedule for December 24 exam, that the day will be Friday, and the date, that will be 6th of December. Total duration from 15th September till 6th December, total duration of this journey, that's 10 weeks. I strongly suggest, and obviously you will second this point, financial management preparation time allocation must be 8 weeks, and revision and mocks duration, that's 2 weeks. So you have to split your 10 weeks in this manner. 8 weeks for exam preparation, practice, and last 2 weeks for the revisions and mocks. Can you please reply me? Do you agree with this formula? 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2. Can you please reply me? Yes or no? Someone replied, obviously, sir. So people agree that this. So first thing is the schedule of exam and the duration. The first point. Now the second point, the course structure and execution. Students, there are three pillars. There are three pillars for this course structure, for this execution. Or I can say that the success formula, the success formula of the financial management is based on these three components. These three components. Number one, the first thing, that's about the concept building. Number two, the question practice course. Number three, assignment and mocks. In simple word, the first thing that must have to you must have to follow, that is about knowledge of entire syllabus. What the first pillar name? That's knowledge of entire syllabus. Number two, exam practice and techniques. Exam practice and techniques. Which means that if with the ACC exam, if any of the student have a 100% knowledge of the exam, but don't know the exam technique, how to manage time, how to manage marks for calculation, for theory, that's about exam practice. If you don't know exam practice, it's not possible to pass your exam. So both variables are important. Knowledge and exam techniques. The practice of the exam with techniques. And obviously, number three is about your progress evaluation. Your progress evaluation. Your progress evaluation. Your progress evaluation. That's called assignment and mocks. If you have a good, if you are getting the knowledge, if you are practicing the exam with techniques, but not evaluating evaluating your position before the exam in terms of mocks and assignments, that whatever you are doing, is this really according to the examiner expectation? Am I working in a manner to get success of the exam? So before the exam, you need to evaluate your progress. So these three components are important. Okay, sir. With the course structure, how we will cover these three pillars. Number one, knowledge. The first thing, if you really wanted to get success of the exam, success. So first thing, the first point is concept building. There are two categories of students who are getting my lectures. Number one, who have registered with me at husseinkazi.com, which means lectures access with English language. You have to follow the roadmap. Students who have registered with me with Urdu language, you have got the access of the lecture through Tabani's e-Academy portal. So either with the English language course, either with the Urdu language course, whatever the access I have provided to you, whatever the access I have provided to you, that is all about concept building and practice. Concept building and practice. Concept building and practice. But you need to add on this point, the exam techniques. The exam techniques. This is about question practice sessions. Question practice session. Exam techniques about how, For example, with respect to the section B, sorry, with respect to the section C, with respect to the section C, how to manage the question in terms of calculation aspects and theoretical aspects. For example, if there are 20 marks question, if there is a 20 marks question, for sure, examiner will ask 50%, minimum 50% theory and 50% calculation. We need to learn with this practice sessions. Number one, how smartly perform the calculations to save our time, how smartly we practice the questions with the spreadsheet. By the way, do remember, don't practice the question with manual aspects. For example, if you are practicing the question of NPV, no, you even don't think that you will attempt the question with manually with a pen and paper. No, you have to practice the question, all practice questions of section C type question with CB format. If the question is not available, CB format, use Microsoft Excel. But don't prepare your exam in a manner. First, I will learn the practice manually, then I will shift or migrate to system. No, you just have 8 weeks, my dear students. You just have 8 weeks. All of our practice session will cover with CB platform or Microsoft Excel, system based. I hope that you people have already watched my orientation session. If not, don't worry. With this session, I will give you the link, all the insights of the syllabus, and how to use this calculation aspect smartly. I've discussed with a very basic with that orientation session. If you haven't watched that, you have to watch it first. So number one, exam techniques about section C, calculation. Exam techniques about section C, drafting. What is the right method to draft answer? What the right strategy to draft the answer? For example, if examiner asks some 5 marks question, so how to plan your answer, how much to write the answer according to the 5 marks. So we will learn with section C type question, and I will also discuss the strategy about section A and B. The strategy about section A and B. Section A, B. If you, for example, section B, OTQ based, OTQ, case based OTQ. So how you need to apply the tactics to select the answer, considering the case. The smart strategy I will discuss with you. Especially the smart strategy you have to apply when you are so much doubtful or confused that which option I have to select. Same thing you can apply with section A. So the question practice course, that means the regular practice session, the weekly practice session, or I will provide the question practice course during this course, includes these exam techniques. So Number one, concept building. Number two, exam techniques. Both are important. Plus, plus, plus assignments and mocks. Whatever the assignment you will receive during the week, you have to perform. You have to perform. You have to perform. And I will conduct, that I regularly conduct the weekly live session. And the weekly live session time will be Friday after Isha prayers. Means 9 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. I know that I'm taking the session this Sunday, but subsequently, um, by the next week, I will conduct session every Friday, 9 p.m. So if I share some assignment during the week, and if you complete the assignment one day before the live session, I will discuss your answer during live session. And during live session, I will mock your answer as well. But the condition is that you have to participate regularly. Number two, commitment. You must be committed to complete the assignment one day before the live session. Means by Thursday, every Thursday night, you must have to submit the assignment. Or before. But not later than Thursday. One day before the live session. Number two, very important. Mark the calendar for 3 mocks. I will conduct 3 mocks. The first mock I will conduct immediate after September 24 exam result. Your September 24 exam result will publish by 14th of October. I will conduct my first mock exam, that's called mid mock. That's 19th of 19th of November. That's 19th October. First. Second, after 2 weeks, I will conduct another mock by 9th of November. First mock name, mid mock. Second mock name, copycat mock. Third mock, the ACCA will publish the mock mid of December. Mid of November for ACCA December exam. So we will make the activity about the last mock, that's 23rd of November. So please mark your dates. Mark your dates. Mark your calendars. Is this clear till now? These are 3 pillars that you need to maintain as well. In fact, for these, your success is based on these pillars. So you have to maintain your strategy based on these 3 components. Number one, concept building. And during concept building, we will inject the practice course sessions, the practice sessions, live sessions, recorded aspects that include section A, B type question strategy, that includes section C type smart calculations and drafting techniques. Can you please reply me? Is this clear? And the number 3, that's about the mocks. Someone replied, crystal clear. That's good. Don't worry about that. The section recording will be available. If anything miss, you can cover the things with the recordings. So first thing is about course structure with this manner. But I wanted to add, in fact, I wanted to emphasize one very important point. And you must have to know and realize that FM exam, you will face your FM December 24 exams, where examiner will ask 50% collectively, overall section ABC, minimum 50%, maybe more than 50%, 55 like this. 50% theory and 50% calculation. 50% theory, 50% calculation. 50% theory, 50% calculation. So, two things are important. Number one, whatever the strategy I will suggest you just after 10 minutes just after 10 minutes, whatever the strategy you need to make sure you are investing your time in a manner that 50% you are investing for theory and 50% for calculation. Do reply me. If any of the student during revision, during preparation, during revision, invest 80% time calculation and 20% time theory and go for exam, and during the exam it's observed that 50% is theory, 50% is calculation, what will happen? If someone invests during preparation and revision 80% time for calculation, 20% time for theory, and go for exam, and during exam they face the 50% theory, 50% calculation, what will happen? Someone reply, sir, the student will fail. The situation will bounce back. So, number one, today, the 15th of September, whenever you are starting your preparation, you have to drill down this point in your mind that I have to invest for my studies, revision, calculation, practice all the things, 50% for theoretical, 50% for calculation. Okay, sir, can you please suggest what is the right way to cover the theoretical content, which means a strategy to cover the theory or a strategy to become master of drafting the things, the theoretical aspects? Yes, why not? Number one, these 4 points. You have to take a screenshot for these 4 points and take out a printout and paste in front of your study table. That's for theoretical aspects. I have to follow these 4 points. Can you please read these 4 points with me? Number one, reading of the notes. 100% syllabus notes are available, or either on portal or either on G Drive. 100% course notes are available. You have to read the course notes. Number two, read the Kaplan text. Read the Kaplan text. Read the complete Kaplan text? No. Read the complete Kaplan text? No. I will tell you how to cover Kaplan text. Students, two things important about the reading of Kaplan book. What's the smart strategy? Kaplan study text, for example, Kaplan study text having 400 pages. Out of 400 pages, at least 50% is about calculation. I'm not telling you to read the book about calculation. For example, if you are covering my lecture, my videos about the investment appraisal, for example, how to incorporate inflation, how to cover the aspects of taxation, you have already learned with my lecture. Now you don't need to read with the Kaplan about anything of the calculation. So if the Kaplan takes about 400 pages and 50%, 200 about calculation, 200 pages about calculation, ignore rest 200 pages. Rest 200 pages. Yes, you need to read it. You need to read it. And you need to read it in a manner just to get knowledge. Just to get knowledge means you don't need to learn anything. You don't need to learn anything. You don't need to mug up anything. You don't need to learn anything. Just make a quick reading to get knowledge or to get knowledge. But do remember, what is the right time to study the text? What is right time for what right sequence? Number one, watch, for example, first phase of syllabus is investment appraisal. First, you need to cover my 100% lectures first. Number two, then read my 100% notes. Read my 100% notes. So you have get the knowledge of the topic of entire investment appraisal. You have read my theory notes. Now it's become very easier to read the Kaplan text. Believe me, at this third step, when you are reading the Kaplan text to cover the theory, you will feel that it's very easy. It's very easy to cover the things. And you will be able to save your time by covering the Kaplan text smartly. That's a point. Number two, sir, at what sequence we need to follow Kaplan text about theoretical aspect? This is the sequence. First, you need to cover the syllabus of investment appraisal with my lectures. Read the notes of investment appraisal. Then read the investment appraisal content of theoretical content of that's chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then go for business finance. Cover my business finance complete lecture. Read the notes of the business finance. Then read the chapter 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Then you cover for the business valuation with my lectures. Read the book. Read the notes and then cover the business valuation chapter 20. Then go and complete the lectures of the working capital. Read my notes of working capital and then read the chapter 7, 8, 9, 10 of working capital. Just theoretical content. Then risk management, same strategy. Then at last, number one, read my notes of financial management, function and environment. Read my notes. And then read these chapters. Chapter 1, 11, 12. Chapter 1, 11, 12. This is the sequence you need to follow for Kaplan. So strategy is number 1 and 2. But the point is that listening the video, answer me, listening the video, reading the content, will you be able to develop your expertise for drafting the answer? Just watching the video, listening, and reading the content based on two things. Will you be able to become master of drafting? Yes or no? Obviously, sir, no. The core thing is drafting practice. Drafting practice. I will provide you the direction, but I will. It's not possible to to knock the to knock the door of your home and ask, "Are you practicing the drafting net? If not, let's do together." It's not possible. Own your responsibility. Whatever the drafting practice questions during the session, during the recordings, whatever I'm suggesting, you have to perform it. And whatever the assignment I'm giving to you, you have to perform this. No worries about that. If you have a fear about draft, for example, sir, I'm very weak to draft answer. No worries about that. The first time you will write, that's wrong. You were so worried, even shivering during first time writing. Do it wrong. No worries. Share it with me on the WhatsApp group. Don't feel shy on WhatsApp group. So check it. I will reply you. The second time you perform same answer comparatively better. Third time then better. Fourth much better. That is that means that every human being, the nature with respect to nature, having every human being, if try to learn anything, so it's not possible the graph will go with a rocket manner. No, ups and down, ups and down. All human being since birth not able to walk. All of us since birth, not at that particular time, at the time of birth, we were not able to walk. But the journey to become able to walk with our own legs, how was that possible? The crawling phase and all these things, that's up and downs. So it's a nature. The important thing is that we have to put in efforts. The ultimate results, it's not in our hand. It's God, Allah will provide the result. And may Allah, God willing, you people will pass. So the counting is this. The important thing in the counting is this. You have to perform. You have to start the thing. That's the key point. So will you obey that? Yes or no? If I suggest you any practice or during the watching of the video, if any suggestion about practice the questions of drafting, will you practice? Yes or no? Can you please reply me? That's great. That's a commitment and discipline that's required. Both things are important, not only commitment. Discipline is also important. Number four, that's brilliant, that's good. Number four, practice of section A, B type question. Because section A, B type question also include theoretical content. It's not only about the calculation. Kaplan 50-60% is about calculation. You don't need to read. 40% you must have to read with this sequence. So that is the strategy you need to follow for theoretical aspect. Course structure. That's complete. The course structure. This area of the agenda points is covered. We have covered schedule duration, course execution. Now, kickstart the FM course. I'm sorry. Kickstart your FM course. Number one, If you haven't watched the first video of financial management, which about what inside the course, if you haven't watched that, first of all, you have to watch this video. If you people are watching this video on my YouTube channel, the link I will share with the description side of the video. You have to watch this video. It's a very key video. It's about the orientation, all about the financial management. How, what is the meaning of financial management? What syllabus inside? What includes section A, B, all these things. So you have to kickstart the syllabus with this orientation. I strongly suggest at least till December 24, you have to subscribe this YouTube channel, because any of the updates, any of the things, if I share on YouTube, you if you are a subscriber, you will be able to get the things automatically. I will also share with my students on the WhatsApp groups, but all of you must have to subscribe. That will be beneficial for you. Yes. Next, the very important thing: how to invest your time. How to invest your time. Come on. If the question is about how to invest your time, the first thing is that, sir, how much hours we required to cover the course with practice during this 8 weeks. I'm giving you the planner for the 8 weeks. That's about the preparation and practice. For the last 2 weeks, revision. For the last 2 weeks, revision guidance, I will share later on. Last month of the exam, the revision strategy. But this is the time for the preparation and practice the material, cover the theory and all aspects. How much time required, sir? One by one. My course, a financial management course, that's required. That's, if you watch the video, that includes 90 hours. 90 hours. Give me a break of 2 minutes. Give me a break of 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Wait for 2 minutes. Allah Akbar, Allah. Ashhadu an la There is no God but Allah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the messenger of Allah. Indeed, Muhammad, peace be upon him, the last messenger of Allah. Indeed, Ashhadu anna Rasul. Allah. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Indeed, all the strength belongs to God Allah. Indeed, all the strength belongs to Allah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah al-aliyyil azim. All the strength belongs to Allah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. Allah, God is the greatest. La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. Thank you very much, students, for your patience. Okay, so financial management course is about the 90 hours. 90 hours include my recordings and include some YouTube videos I will share time by time. So that's about the 90 hours. Number two, the question practice, whatever I will provide you, that's required 20 hours. So watching the videos, that's required 110. Reading, you need to invest your time to read the notes and text, that's required 30 hours. If you perform the assignment, that's required approximately 10 hours. If you perform the mocks, 3 mocks, that's required 7 to 10 hours. 10 hours. Self-practice questions. Self-practice include the assignments. That means 40 hours more. 40 plus this 10 assignments, that's 50 hours. So total hours for 8 weeks you need to invest for 200 hours. You have 8 weeks. So how can you allocate these 8 weeks? For example, if you're not a full-time student, this planner I'm sharing with you, even if you are not a full-time student, so you can invest your time accordingly. 200 divided by 8, that's equals to 25 hours per week. You need to spare or you need to invest 25 hours a week. If you are not a full-time student, weekends, you can invest 7 hours per day, multiply by 2. That's 15 hours you can invest. The weekdays, for example, if you say that weekends plus weekdays, 4 days weekends, and 1 day it's chutti, 1 day is holiday for this. So 2.5 hours per day multiply by 4 days. So you need to invest 15. That's 15 plus 10 is equal to 25 hours per week. This is the planner even you are not a full-time student. If you are full-time student, you can easily spread this 25 hours, divide by 5 weeks a week, 5 or 6 weeks, 6 days a week. For example, 7 says that I'm a full-time student, 25 divided by 6. That's, you need to spare 4 or 4.5 hours per day. Do Is it doable? Can you spare this time? Can you invest the time in this manner, even you are not a full-time student? Is this schedule doable? Yes or no? I'm waiting for your reply. Okay, so you are saying that yes, sir, it's obviously doable. So this is your planner. You can adjust your schedule accordingly or invest your time accordingly. But the thing is that the 25 hours is important. Yes, of course, the motivation is there. Required motivation. You require motivation, commitment, but discipline also important. The disciplines is also important. So the 4 agenda points I've covered. Now the agenda number 5, your questions. You can ask any of the question, the technical side or the soft side. By the way, one thing that's very important to note that you have to save my number. You already have. Whatever the message I'm sending on the WhatsApp group, it's zero tolerance for me that any of the student ignore that message. You must be very much vigilant, whatever the text, whatever the material, whatever the assignment, whatever the instruction I'm sending on WhatsApp group. Plus, you have to note my academic team leader number as well. Academic team leader. That's plus 9231 6696 920. Can you please apply me any of the message you people have received before the session? The reminder message for this live session. Did you receive? Come on, reply me. Did you receive any reminder message from this about this live session with this number? Okay. So in future, any of the message, if you will receive from this number, you have to assume that that particular message actually sent by Hussain Kazim. So all of the registered students must have to obey this point. One moment. Okay. Now, any of the question you wanted to know? Yes, there's a question. One of the students, sir, what about the reset students? What about the reset students? Any of, I strongly suggest any of the students who are taking any of the students who wanted to get advice about the reset must have to contact me in person, because it's not any standard answer to all of the students. It's about a very tailor-made answer. So coordinate me or drop me a message on my WhatsApp number 0092 321 827 This is my WhatsApp number. This is academic leader. This is for Hussain Kazim. Okay, any more question you wanted to know? I hope that all of the aspect I have covered here, plus about the content of the syllabus, all the things about financial management, you have to watch the video that is about all inside the financial management function. So students, this is all from my side. The second live session will be held on coming Friday, 9 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time, log the time. I will share the Zoom meeting link before the session. I will provide, you have to execute your syllabus coverage from investment appraisal. I will provide you some assignment, you have to perform it. We will cover that assignment by the coming Friday. So see you on Friday 9 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Thank you very much. Take care a lot. Assalamu alaikum.